on the back foot, but Flyers have been looking pretty good today. They've taken down Fire and Ice. I only expect great things from them, so can't wait to see how this series shakes up.
I can't wait to see it. And one thing I'm going to have to say for this Team Force roster, I'm a believer in Team Force. I believe these players, they have the talent. They just have to execute, but they have to seal away a game in game 1 or game 2, because Plaza Strongholds, that is a map where Flyers are extremely strong, and I just don't see them ever dropping that map to Team Force. So in these first 2 games, they have to find a way to win, and it could be on this flag as we're on board with Vetra, a young flying gun, and you can see why he absolutely takes down Ryan at top middle. He's trying to secure that camel for his team. Commonly's able to get it on, but he won't survive for long. Rami able to get the trades out, and Vetra playing a slower pace in the back, laying down the damage, getting kills for his team, able to burn that camo, get the time, and look at that. Rami's able to find 2. The collapse is coming in. A brilliant start from Team Force as they're already in the base.
Huge start from Rami to get that double. Vetra stayed up the entire time. He's now made it into red base, a wonderful checkpoint. They got to lock down the spawns here. Player going to jump right up into cart and take him out with a double melee. That was Super CC with a big defensive play, and it gives Commonly and team a chance to move back up on the map here. Commonly, great awareness with that nade. He knew somebody was up above, probably got the call out, so then put that nade down on Pink's base. And look at this, they've gotten map control as a result. Players spawned up in blue. They're funneled into the center here. They're going to have to try to break out, but CC and team holding it down from Pink's side. Couple slays on the feed. 3 now as well. 1 player left up in blue base. They can grab flag here. We got car bubble side spawns as they run it through. This could be a cap already, Garrett.
Yeah, and this is what I mean about Flyers, right? They're just such a strong macro team that they'll take advantage of the little mistakes that Team Force will make. It was just felt like 30 seconds ago where Team Force was in the base, and now all of a sudden they're worried about getting this flag capped on them. Super CC playing patiently as he's able to take down Vetra. Just has 1 player to worry about. He's able to get the return and the cap in. What a reversal from the side of Flyers as you saw them perfectly push into that base. Super CC saw his opportunity to push in from top mid to get into the base, block out those spawns. We saw 2 on the P side. 1 goes underneath the base to block out that, forcing a card bubble spawn and an easy flag cap for the side of Flyers.
Plus the combo of CC playing so patiently at the door, knowing that overextenders would come in, try to pressure him. Rami, by the way, speaking of patience, he's been alive for at least the last 40 seconds in red base, just trying to keep this flag in play. Getting shot up from behind, player chasing him down bottom red. Rami, they're both whiffing melees in bottom red. A bit of an awkward fight, but CC will prevail, and they do have a chance for a camo here, and maybe a couple plays off of it. CC going to take the aggro of 5 as he dies, but all of that was beautiful because it sets up Commonly to make plays with camo.
I'm just gonna say Super CC and Ram, neither of them deserved that kill. They should have just left each other. That was some ugly things happening.
Kill themselves. Yeah.
Yeah. Commonly able to get away with the camouflage, and this means opportunity. Now, what you'll notice from this Flyers roster is that they like to go underneath the base to prevent spawns and to get quick flanks into the base, and then they can take advantage, just like they did. 3 go down, and there's really no opportunity. You can see Ryan Noob, he's already at car 2, and Vetra's having to fight him right off spawn. And look at that. That is one of the best chokeholds I've seen on flag, period. That is a team that is disciplined, that are playing together, and so far Ryan Noob looking like he fits like a glove.
This is looking ugly from the perspective of Team Force. They could not do anything to stop that flag. They couldn't even get out of blue base. Commonly right now, look at the patience out of him as he stays up on P3 and takes his time to put the damage in, picking up a beautiful double, and he's still got map control. You gotta love these plays out of Commonly. He is a force on the map, keeping Team Force stuck in their base and just delaying this situation. His team can now push up and take position in perimeter routes here and hold them back. Team Force doing everything they can to try to break through Pink's side, but Commonly a massive nuisance. Finally, they delete the man.
Yeah, I mean, that was a hell of a life from Commonly. He had a camouflage previously, right? So that was like a minute 30-second life, which is something you don't see every day. Finally, Team Force able to clear out their base, and this is going to be their opportunity. Vetra, he has to find the kills. The pressure's coming in. He's able to take down the first and Super CC, but the trade is immediate with Ryan thrusting right in. And look at this, all of Team Force, they're trapped on their side. Onboard comes from underneath. He has such a deadly shot. He's able to put 7 into Rami, and Super CC finds the trade out. And look at this. This is what I love from this Flyers roster. Even though that they're applying this pressure, they're waiting for the correct timing. They're waiting for the opportunity, and the opportunity is about to strike. Commonly got the camouflage. The collapse in the base is happening.
Wow.
They take him out. Unfortunately, Furiously is able to find Super CC, but the answer back is strong. The only problem is now they gave up the overextension, so they're gonna have to find another slay out on the other side. But with Commonly with the camouflage, it should be easy enough. 2 players at the car door. He's rushing back to get the help. Onboard's at the P. They're able to get the flag out, but the kills are coming in. Only one more to take care of. He's gonna go down. Commonly in the top base. He needs to win this fight. Not able to do so. It's up to Super CC. Super CC taking the shot.
They can't
able to
do
get
it.
the kill. The flag is in, and that will be it. Flyers playing a beautiful game. I haven't seen macro play like that in such a long time. It's refreshing to see in this open bracket.
What a complete shutdown out of Flyers. My God, Garrett. Team Force couldn't do anything. They were stuck in blue 90% of that game. Every camo went over to, I believe, Commonly, but at the very least over to Flyers. Commonly had majority of it. He had the assists as a result as well. Man went 13-5 with 10 assists, just laying in the damage. But the map control, Garrett, you said it. That was just textbook Halo. Even the very end where they sent 3 into blue base to get that flag, and you were worried about the overextenders. That's the job of the new spawner in red base. Super CC spawned up in red, and he made it his job to cut off the overextension, to get the defense, and allow his team, who was late to get back, it gives them time to get back, to come in. Here you go. You got CC sitting in red base, just holding it down. The longer he stays up, the more difficult it is for blue to break through with the overextension. It means Envor gets trapped with his pants down, so the trade comes in, and then Commonly comes in. He's just got to get one trade, but he gets kind of outplayed by Ramy, who goes huge there. But by then, it's too little too late. These boys are soaring into the base from car side. They can put that flag in and seal out what was a dominant game 1.
Yeah, what I have to say is the second flag cap that they put in, that might be one of the, like, if you open up the Halo textbook and you look on how to play
Page
flag,
32.
That is literally perfect. What we saw was 2 players on the P side, a collapse coming in from the base, and then Ryan Noob realizing that his team has to slay, is that they didn't need his help. He stayed over at car 2, forced them into the bubble, and there was no opportunity. They couldn't even push forward. That was the easiest flag cap we ever see. A toddler with a controller could put that flag in. That's how beautiful it was.
All right.
I'm tearing up right now. I saw something beautiful today, but now we're moving on to Slayer, and it's going to come down to raw skill, sniper rifle, rockets on the map. Which team can take advantage? Team Force have to answer back, because that game 1's any indicator, game 3 isn't going to be pretty.
This man's saying a toddler could have put that flag in, just doing Team Force dirty. I want to see Team Force make a comeback, and they got a shot to do it here. They need to slay, of course, because it's Slayer, but they got to earn themselves that sniper, and we got to see these boys make plays.
Vetric going to be the first player on screen. He's going to be able to put down the shots. He takes down Envor, and that allows Ramy to survive with this sniper rifle. Unfortunately, the rocket, he dodges the rocket, but you can't dodge the back smack. Super CC able to get the sniper for his team, but here we go. It's a little rambunctious over here on the snipe side. Either team just trying to get control. Super CC can't quite hit the shots at this point. You might just want to waste them, because the team is going to try to collapse. Commonly finds the kill on the opposite Silver as we're tied up, and somehow Super CC gets away with his life. He knows better than I, because he's going to be able to maintain the sniper ammo. He's checking his corners, and look at that, a beautiful bait and switch, the line, hook, and sinker. This sniper rifle going to be playing an impact for now on. With 5 bullets to work with and no one nearby, he should be able to have clear angles to find heads.
This is where he puts it together. You got 3 members opposite side. Snipe already tags up 1. Oh, he will hit Ramy, of course. That's 1 down. Make it 2. You got the Rockets coming in for a 3rd slay on the feed, and the last player left. Oh, that would have been nice out of CC, but it's okay. His teammates have it. That's a 5-kill advantage. 12-7 on the board. New spawners up in red, and CC. Line him up, knock him down, brother.
Snapshot.
There you go. Oh, I wasn't expecting to actually do it, but okay.
Hey man, and he's moving beautifully across the map too. You know, using that kneecap jump to get up to the DMR, just looking pretty. They're doubling the score thus far, 16-8. And now Super CC, he trades out the sniper rifle for the DMR. Rockets are coming up. Team Force have to be able to get this if they want to start making the comeback. But look at that, the pressure is just immense. I thought Commonly would get traded out at least. That's not the case. And look at that, he he knows he doesn't need to get the rockets. He just needs to deny it. I was going to say maybe he pushes all the way to the elbow, but there was no player behind him, so he's going to stay at these top rocks. He's just waiting for his opportunity. Unfortunately, no player was behind him. The splits come in, all a team force on the rock side, but still, this rock's still up for play, and Flyers have the clear angle. Just didn't. Oh, is that a team nade? Okay, no, it wasn't. I was about to say. But 11 to 21, not looking pretty. Not looking pretty at all, Shy.
Oh, I mean, you can see it from the perspective of Blue here. Just relentless pressure. Bards does manage to get CC. And I like the awareness out of him to know that a spawner could be coming up top rocks. Commonly wants a piece of this rocket launcher. Will he get back, though? The melee comes in, but Commonly, in the last millisecond, he drops that rocket to get the trade. That will put the rockets down in trench. Floriously aware of it. 3 players up on that blue bend, though, and Floriously going to try to get the cutoff here. Rocket goes in, so at least we don't have to worry about that. But can he get this kill on the player? There's a nice little bank nade that should have done the trick, but somehow that player lived, and the result was 3 dead on the feed. Situations like this are the reason why Flyers, they push through, they continue to dominate, they live in situations they should be going down, and they get snipers for it.
Yeah, a full sniper to work with. Onboard, not even having to waste any ammo. That's a last case scenario for Team Force. Now he's just going to be able to feel out the pressure, find the timings, and hopefully hit his shots as he misses the first one on the window, the second one, but the third will land. The fourth hits the wall. Okay, Onboard, let's execute a little bit better next time. Okay. But the shots eventually come in. He doesn't have to deal with the sniper because his teammates have his help underneath. Okay, you know, you missed the first one. You got to heat up. You got to heat up, and he's heating up one more to take care of. Sniper in hand, and shot in the body. Vetra, you're gone, and now they're playing for some rock control. The pressure's coming through. Ryan Newman onboard cleaning it up, killing spree, and onboard once more as he's turning around. Sniper in hand, he's finally gonna waste that last shot, but he's taking him out. Someone has to kill this man. This is just too much from the side of Flyers.
Yeah, I think he heard you, Garrett. You were calling him out for whiffing shots. Next thing you know, he's just dropping blaners left and right. He will have no more snipe, but that's okay. They got a huge lead to work with. 3 dead on the feed as well. Onboard out blocking elbow. Going to be blue side spawns here. And look at this lovely perimeter position. He's got 3 of his teammates up on snipe side, and he can just be that line, that beam with the carbine across to get the kills and get himself a nice little double. Bards does return the favor with the nade, and I think Ramy cleaned it up, but at this point, I think it's too little too late. Looking like Team Force are out of the running to take this game. We may very well have a stake as these blue players drop like flies left and right, looking brutal here.
This is just domination. I mean, hey, get the menus out because they're at a 3-star Michelin restaurant. The steak is coming in soon. Only 6 kills left to go. Commonly as the DMR, he's taking pressure. He eventually comes down. The question is, can Force find the 3 kills before Flyers find 6? Because, I mean, the last thing you want is to get staked. You got to have some sort of pride. But right now, they're in the kitchen and they're cooking.
It's going to be nice and juicy in just a second here if this keeps up. Just 3 kills left to avoid it, I think, at the very least here. CC, look at, he's holding down 2. Onboard gets a nice nade in to get 1 kill. This will be an easy pickup for 46. Oh, just relentless pressure. 47 now. Everyone is dying. They haven't lost a single body. The efficiency out of Flyers here to just delete members one after another and stay alive, bait and switch, jump back in. You got 1 player, 1 shot in cave who will likely die to that nade. It looks like Ramy or Barry will live to see maybe another 30 seconds here. Another snipe is coming up, and I would love to see Team Force make their way to it, but they won't even have time to get there. 49 and 50 from Super CC to close our game with a juicy steak, 50 to 28.
I mean, that steak isn't just juicy, it is seasoned to perfection. The little salt sprinkles towards the end of that game, what Super CC did at those last 30 seconds, the way that they played for the steak is just phenomenal. If we can actually pull up the last like 45 seconds of that game, because that is some of the best team collapse I've ever seen. Team Force were sheltered in the snipe side. Super CC perfectly played in, took advantage of the angles, made sure that no one from Team Force could see him, and it was that pressure that they applied throughout the entire game that really led to the stake performance that we saw. But it really comes down to this play from Super CC, because he's going to get players weak, and you can see all of Team Force are on the snipe side. He's going to find 2 players one shot. Now, a normal player, he's like, okay, they're all in there, I'm not going to push in. Look at this. He has no fear. He pushes in. All the players leave at the exact time that he pushes in. in, he finds perfect timing, and all of a sudden they all go down like a bunch of bowling pins. This was a strike through and through, and this is just perfect. What a way to get a stake. I just love the team play that we're seeing from this Flyers roster. I thought maybe when Septify wasn't in the main roster that we weren't going to see the same performance as usual. Ryan Noob, he is so complimentary to this team, and this snipe that Super CC hit, I mean, talk about a razor thin edge, boom, right? It went through the wall. That's how good it is.
Come on, Peter mode.
Observer mode coming in clutch right there, but it's just beautiful gameplay from this Flyers roster. Team Force, now your back's against the wall. You're about to play them on their best game type / map combination. It's going to be a tough one to get out this game 3, and they're going to need, you know, to play together and just to have more of a control of the map and to have each other's help and to play more macro style Halo. So far, what I see from Team Force is they're relying on their individual gunny a little bit too much.
Louis, if possible, you're going to be a little specific, but bring it back like 20 seconds to CC when he hit that shot on the player on red pedestal. If you just rewind it, I could even stop you maybe. But I just love the attempt from CC, just the smooth moves. Right? Did we go too far? Maybe we went too far.
We'll get there. You know, it's a
CC had, he had snipe and he was sitting on oven, and it was just a nice little connection. He hits the headshot, and then he does the sprint through. Okay, I think we passed it at this point. It was maybe even.
No, I think it's right here. It's right here.
No, this is Envor's. This is his back-to-back.
Oh, yeah. You were talking about Super CCs.
I was talking about CC. Yeah. Either way. What we've witnessed are just beautiful plays on all sides here from these boys in red, and I don't expect that to stop. My only, thought at this moment is, what does this mean for Force? What the heck can Force do to gather some semblance of confidence coming into Game 3, Garrett? Is there any way they've got a shot here?
I mean, they always have a shot because you have players like Remy, like Vetra, who are just insanely talented. The question is putting all the puzzle pieces together. Right now, they're a jumbled mess, and they don't quite connect the right way. But if they can hook up the right pieces, get the picture painted, they have opportunities. They have so much potential. It's just right now, I think they need a coach in the ear. They need someone that can calm them down, make sure they're playing together as a team, because the talent to do it is there. The execution so far is not.
And execution going to be paramount in a Plaza Strongholds, absolutely. The worry here is we saw the statistics coming into this series, and Strongholds was far and away Flyers' best game type. So we know they're confident coming in. They got all the momentum on top of that. So everything up against Team Force. And, well, I know these boys are individually talented. They need to search in their souls and find some level of coordination that hasn't been there yet and showcase that for us in this game. But we'll see. It all starts with that opening strat. Whether or not they can pick up or delete that OS, grab a snipe for themselves, but they can get things going off of that opening if they can make something clean happen here.
We're going to start off with Ramy as he's going to opt to push into yard and try to maybe find the timing on the player's driveway. He's able to find one, and now there's a player in market that I don't think he knows about quite yet. He's checking. That player did get away, but this is a great start from Team Force. They're finding the kills in the feed. They're able to start working on bottom mid. The problem is Ramy needs to find this kill before the help can come. Yeah, that's just so unfortunate. You have to execute on that play. If you're going to make that play to go bottom mid early to find those early kills, you have to be able to execute. You got to play fast, find that kill, get bottom mid, and leave and use that control to win the game. Unfortunately, they're not able to do so. Bottom mid's going to become a slobber knocker as commonly is able to find 2. Super CC saves the ninja, and now look at this. They're going to stay in bottom mid. They're going to trap them back. The split spawns come out hotel, and now Super CC, he's kind of in a spot. I like that to leave for a second. Okay, look, Team Force, I feel like you have to contest there, right? You're going to get put in a triple cap. Unfortunately, they're not able to do so, and yeah, this is not pretty. That's 4 down, and they're going to trap them in blue, and they're going to have no opportunity. Look at that. They're already set up perfectly. They're blocking out loop. They're blocking nest. They have a player in yard. They're already predicting the yard push. This is just disgusting from the side. Envor has the shotgun. Line them up. Knock them down. This is beautiful gameplay. Triple kill from Envor. He's looking for more. They're not going to spawn up in time. They're at a hotel. Look at this. This man wants more and more. He's feeding. He wants to get up in the face. Get another. Oh, just misses the headshot. He's able to get it. What a monster on board. Oh my God, perfect gameplay. They're in a trip cap. They had a trip cap to start Shy, and they haven't given it up.
What was once upon a time looking good for Force at the first 15 seconds of this game, I thought they might have had the opening cap, but they got nothing. Flyers came back, maybe off a spawn. They just clutched up, got their kills. The next thing you know, we got complete map domination here. Envoy he won't die. Finally, they kill him. Ramy gets himself a tiny opening. Red bar on this man as well as he just barely lives. We got a camo up, and hopefully a blue player can make it to that camo in time to get away. You can see this pest down on U-turn going to be annoying for Ramy, but somehow a Flyers player slides in. That's commonly who slides in just to get the burn on camo, and honestly, that's all he needed to do. I don't know how Force doesn't go away with that, right? Force is in the perfect position, just sitting up on that top mid peg to grab the camo. Missing a crucial opportunity. Can they at least get themselves 2 caps here? You can see on the feed, Flyers are still going ham with the slays. They do have Nest, but Flyers now driving into Nest to get that cap. We might very well see another trip cap on the board. They have no choice but to funnel into Yard to try to counter this. But look at this off a spawn. Ryan, they're just preying on him.
I'm just going to say it right now, Shy. It's 100-0. Like,
yeah.
It's not even that Flyers are playing impressively, but Team Force choking that spot firmly. I mean, hands on throat, choking themselves to death. The way they knew where camouflage was up, they had a player in position. They were applying pressure to bottom mid. They lose the camouflage. They go 3 down. They give up a trip cap. That's embarrassing, in my opinion. Team Force has to play better. I know it's in them, but their mental is ruined at this point. This is just absolute slaughter from the side of Flyers. As Super CC has the shotgun, he can get up to this player at the van that he doesn't even need to because the nades are going to come out. This is just absolute domination. I have a feeling that Team Force, realistically, I think they're a bunch of masochists with how they're letting Flyers just run through them right now.
Whoa. All right, Garrett, we hear you. Team Force, it's not looking good for them. They are talented players, but at this point, we are facing what could potentially be a 100-0. Envor does go down, doesn't take Ramy with him, but does get a double. But at this point, 10 points left to close it, and Ryan Noob, you tell this man, like, you think he steps away from Halo 5. It doesn't matter how long he steps away. He's always nasty. He's always going to hit clean shots, and I think that's just Exhibit A. Now, we do have points on the board. Force did manage to get a couple in their favor. The camo's coming up here, but this game at this rate is about to end, and commonly going to hold it down with an LR from the LR. And look at this, just nothing you can do to fight back this pressure.
I mean, they're just getting outclassed at the moment. They really, right now, it just feels like they don't have the opportunity. At 97, they have to get into a hill right now. There's just no hill to get into, so that's going to secure the game. Commonly takes down Bards. It's 100-4, and you know, I said it was going to be 100-0. 104 to me might be just even a little bit more embarrassing somehow, but I mean, that's just the only way I can say it. Like, that was just embarrassing. Like, Team Force, they never executed on any of their opportunities, and I'm a fan of these guys. And, you know, I'm going to be critical of them because I believe they have opportunity. They can get to that next echelon, but they got outclassed, outworked, out-teamed, and outgunnied. Nothing went right for them in that last game, and it's just an embarrassing display because I expect more from this team.
That was brutal, Garrett. I just had to take a moment to let that sit. I don't really think you're wrong. To be honest, just considering how talented we know these players are, you don't want to see them lose like that. But at the same time, it's also just a point to make that Flyers, they came here to win today. Off of the gameplay we've seen from Flyers so far, I would not be surprised if they come out with first place. I think the biggest question mark is KCP and where KCP is at today, whether or not they're playing hot. I think they're the only team, as far as I can tell, that can really, get the, potentially take this. I know we have incredible talent, so there's still room for surprises, but Flyers came to play in such a massive way, and I think this performance just underscores it completely. Like, there was nothing Force could do, and we know how talented these guys are. There was literally nothing they could do.
I love it. I love what we saw from Team Flyers, and this is their opportunity. This is their chance to prove that they are on the same level as KCP, and they have their opportunities to go to top 4, and they're showing that they're hungry for it right now.
All right, well, let's hear what the boys on the desk, Active and Clutch, have to say, because once again, I mean, we had this with the last series, and here we are, another series that was a 3-0 complete blowout, something I thought might have been a little closer. Wes, what are your thoughts off of this one?
Flyers is a good team. Wake up. I mean, these guys are cold. They've been cold. They've been doing this for a minute now. Super CC is here to play. And I mean, Shyway, you know, we've seen Super CC in the esports arena tournaments. And I was just telling the guys on my X the other day, like, this guy's impressive. Envoy, you know, he's impressive. Like, don't get me started on Ryan. His career speaks for itself, and commonly X Games gold medalist. Like, no surprise. Like, I thought, honest, Garrett, you're kind of
A little savage.
beating a dead horse over there. And it's okay, right? Like, these two teams are on different levels. Like, don't compare these two teams again. Because what we just saw, I mean, don't disrespect Flyers by putting them in the same name as them. They are going to be able to compete with KCP today, is what I just saw. I'm also interested to see what they can do tomorrow, because if they can play at that level, they're going to give everyone a run for their money.